Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's late afternoon here and I just thought I'd finally able to take you for a walkie-talkie on a beach that's along the east coast of Ireland, south of Dublin. It's late afternoon, it's after Christmas, before the new year, and that's just a little view down along the coast. We've come onto the beach to kind of get a bit of space there from people. There's a lot of people walking and fishing and everything, just to make a nice relaxing video for you, hopefully, given Remy staying quiet. You see him doing his crazy stuff there, rubbing himself in the sand. The sound of the sea is lovely and it's icy cold, but not so cold that it's not enjoyable. It's like taking a nice cool drink of air, and we leave Remy to bark at the stone. Okay, so the purpose of the video. I had an email from a wonderfully loyal subscriber who was saying that she was triggered by what a friend had said. And you know who you are, this is for you, just for the sake of privacy, I won't mention your name. And she was with her friend and they were talking about a dish that the narcissist was able to make, an unusual cookery dish. And the friend said it's a shame he was a narcissist because, you know, you could have been so happy. And that was very triggering. And as you and I both know, we can be doing so great on our healing journey and you actually think, God, I think I'm maybe nearly healed at this stage, and then something or someone says something and it kind of punches you in the gut. It takes you right back to a very painful time, and you know, when someone triggers you like that, you can start to think of the really good memories that you had with the narcissist, the really good times that you had with them. And I'd like to look at this because it does bring us up short in our healing. You know, it pulls us up and it makes us feel very despondent at different times in the healing journey, because you begin to question, will I ever get over the narcissist? Is it always going to be there? You know, when will I heal? And I don't know from experience. I'm a year and a half out and this person was, I think she said 9 months of no contact. But I know people that are even 3 and 4 years out are still affected by the experience and still think of the narcissist. They still occupy their thoughts. Now, of course, if you're making progress in your own personal development and you're looking after yourself, you're doing everything you need to do to heal, you have a much better chance of this triggering you less. But I still think that things trigger us and we do get big setbacks along the way when we start to think of the good times with the narcissist. So let's get into it. Okay, so what I'm going to say to you is, remember that the narcissists are con artists and they see targets, and you and I were the target of the narcissist, and the narcissist wanted something from us. In order to get what they wanted from us, they had to hook us. They had to hook us really well at the beginning to get us to stay with them. And they had to also put in a set of everlasting hooks with memory building so that we would find it very hard to move on. And we need to get these hooks extracted out of us. And I'm hoping that this video will help you do that. So they made these memories with us, and we identified this as being very special between the two of us. Maybe, say in my case, it was hiking, and I had some wonderful memories from the hikes I used to go on with the narcissist. But the next person he goes on to may well have some other passion in their life, and he'll hook into that, or she'll hook into that, your ex-narcissist. For them, they're not sharing the experience with you in your essence because you're with them. They're sharing the experience. They're getting pleasure and a degree of contentedness from the experience because they know the effect the experience is having on you. They know that the experience is going to build into a hook into you as a memory and as a present experience that's going to bring them supply. They know that it's going to be an everlasting hook if they repeat a very pleasurable experience again and again. And that's the purpose of it. And what they're getting from it is seeing the effect it's having on you and knowing that it's going to have a long-term effect on you. So that good memory that you had with your ex-narcissist is different for them, and they will go on to create a different type of experience with someone else. They didn't share the experience with you as you had perceived it as being a special sharing with a special person. So that's one way you can remember the good memories with the narcissist. And to really, really explain away the good memory. I thought long and hard about this, and I had to come up with an analogy that might be able to finally put it to bed. Before I go into the analogy, I'd like to say to you that good memories are ours to keep. And if we enjoy that time with the narcissist for its own sake and for our sake and for what our experience was, that's okay to hold on to that memory. But you have to qualify the memory with what I'm going to try and explain next. So, supposing somebody gave you $1,000 bill or €1,000 note, and there were two stories behind this gift. You were able to spend this gift on something that you really, really wanted, and it would give you the gift of the $1,000 note gave you a lot of enjoyment. If you knew that gift, there are two ways that $1,000 bill came into your hands. It was given to you by someone. How was that $1,000 earned? How authentic was the meaning behind that $1,000? Was that $1,000 stolen from someone in a hit and run? So it didn't belong to the person that was giving it to you, but you ended up getting it in the long run, and you knew that, and then you spent it, but you only found out how the $1,000 originated after you'd spent the money. Would what you'd bought mean the same to you as if the person who gave you that $1,000 had painted a picture and was beginning to sell their artwork and had put a lot of work into that picture and a lot of work into selling it, and had started doing this creative thing and was making a career out of it? But it was a culmination of a lot of hard work and effort, and they gave you the $1,000, or you made the $1,000 by something you did yourself, by your own effort. You putting your essence into some effort or creativity or job or work that you've done, and you were able to go out and spend that $1,000, and you got a lot of pleasure from spending it. I'd like to say to you, if you can think of that as the same as a good memory you had with the narcissist spent that memory with you on ill-gotten gains. They were conning you They went through the experience with you to get something from you. And the person they presented to you was a stolen character traits from other people they'd been with. They purported to love your passion the way you loved it because of something they'd taken from someone else. And they'll go on, maybe, supposing you adore hiking and it's your passion, and they've done a bit of that with you. They'll take that on as their own character trait and say they've always loved hiking, it's been a passion of theirs, and they'll introduce it to someone else as their own. Now that's that $1,000 bill. That's the value of what they brought to the experience that has now become a good memory for you. They brought pretense, they stole the character trait that made it into the experience that you experienced at the time. But it was very fake. They weren't there in the essence of their person. They didn't share it with you authentically. They weren't a person who genuinely had an interest in the same vein as you and put a lot of effort into the occasion and really enjoyed the juiciness of the experience with you in an authentic way. So I'm trying to say to you, look at the memory for the quality of what it was. That it's okay to look at it and remember it as a good occasion, but don't remember it as being attached to the narcissist making it a good occasion. They were being fake with you. They had gotten that experience in a bad, inauthentic way. They'd gotten to be who they presented to be, not out of hard work and compassion and empathy. They weren't being genuine. So from the point of view of the memory, you'd be far better off having that with yourself or someone who genuinely enjoyed your company in the experience and wasn't looking to create a hook that you were going to remember and was going to trigger you in your recovery. And guys, just to stop the video there for a little minute, I just want you to look at a standoff between Remy and another dog, just for a bit of relaxation. And I hope you understand this is a relaxing video rather than it's for you to relax with us. And the other thing I'd like to say about memories is something my family, a member of my family said to me when I said I don't know if I can go back to that place. I had such a wonderful day there with the narcissist. Now I look back on it and say, well, they put a lot of effort into it so that I would have this painful time when they left. But that family member said, okay, well, today we're going to make a new memory, because it's not just, it's a place that you're here in and I'm here in, and we're going to make a great and a very authentic memory, and I'm not going to leave, and I love you. And that made a huge difference, hearing that. A person that loves you doesn't cheat on you, doesn't walk away from you, doesn't use you and manipulate you, doesn't form occasions with you that are inauthentic so that you'll miss them when they go. So I do understand that memories can be very triggering, but when you get triggered and you feel lonely, or you feel you miss the narcissist, or you feel it's a painful memory, come back to this thought on this beach with me and realise that you were a huge part of the good memory. You, in fact, were the only authentic thing about the good memory. And there are many, 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 many more good memories to be made with people who do actually exist, because remember, the narcissist will go on to the next person and the next person, and the next person, and there'll be a different person to all of those people. So the person that you knew, that you thought you knew, again, that was just the con job that they were on at the time, and I know that's very harsh to hear, but it's proven to be a bit of a fact. Here he comes. Hello. What are you doing with that other doggy? What are you doing there, Mummy? Oh no, we're going to start barking at the stone again, I think. I better conclude this video, guys, before we get too loud. Look, here, throw a stone in. Look. Here we go. Let's get on to the sea. You know, Remy, there's people watching you here, so you better behave yourself. We're creating a good memory for everyone here today, and it's a simple memory, but there's no narcissists around trying to trick us into loving them. There you go. So guys, look, isn't that gorgeous? It's about coming up to 4 o'clock here. We're sunset. It's sunset time soon. So bye from me. And bye from Rem, and bless you, and many happy wishes for the new year to come. Let's concentrate on making some fantastically good memories with good people. Bye guys, see you soon.